Well, welcome to another episode of My Horror Life. So, today's topic is the word hate. Now, what do you say? You're probably saying, what does the word hate have to do with horror movies? It's when people use that word to describe a horror movie. And I'm not just talking about the word hate alone, I'm talking about worst, terrible. I mean, yes, you can dislike a movie. No one said you cannot. But especially the word hate of all is. There's no need to use that word to describe a movie. I'm sorry. There's no need to use that word to describe a sports team you don't like or a television show that you don't like. I have always stuck to the understanding that the word hate is a very strong word. Strong as in to be used for such topics as terrorism, people who have murdered people, people who are rapists, people who are pedophiles. Those are those are the things that the word hate should be used for. But to describe a horror movie or to describe an athlete or a team or a television series, for movies, I always am very respectful, even if I dislike a movie, because when these production teams get together and the directors and the producers and the writers, they go in with the intent of trying to make a movie to entertain you and me. They go into the intent of doing something really good. They go into the intent of of spreading joy, of giving us our escape from reality, because we all need that escape. And maybe some of the movies don't come out how they wanted it to come out. Or some people will say, oh, they're just doing it for a cash cow. Maybe so. But these people are human beings, and these people are trying to give us some kind of entertainment. And they have that platform to try to do that. So, if you didn't like the product, the least you can do is be respectful of what they try to do. Yeah, you might say, "Oh, well, I wasted my money on that," but that was your choice. Not they didn't. No one forced you to go see it. So when you spend money, whether it's a movie, a food item, you spend. Oh, I'm going to try that new sandwich from Burger King, McDonald's, whatever it may be, and you don't like it. That no one forced you to buy it. You made that choice. So when you go to a movie theater and you are not satisfied with the product, you can't just say I hate it. No one forced you to be there. You made that conscious decision on your own to be there. Oh, the trailer fooled me. That's another one I hear. Honestly, if you're that concerned about ever losing money, or a lot of money, I should say, going to the movies, wait for it to come out on DVD. Wait for it to come out on streaming services, which maybe streaming services are just as expensive, but I'm still a DVD guy, so I wait till they come on DVD. You're spending less money most of the time instead of buying the $12 movie ticket and the $7 drink and the $8 popcorn. So that's your decision to spend that kind of money to go to a movie theater. But getting back to the word hate, it's it's probably the strongest word in the English dictionary. And I can't ever see myself using that word to describe someone or some movie that tried to give us something that we can enjoy. And while many times movies either are a hit, miss, and some of them are in between, they tried. So I have nothing but the utmost respect for everyone in the movie industry. Everyone. And yes, there are some actors I dislike. Once again, did you hear me say I hated them? No. I don't have a hateful bone in my body. I don't have the ability to use that word. I used that word twice in my life, and it had nothing to do with movies. It had nothing to do with sports. It had nothing to do. It had to do with personal issues, things that have happened to me. And I think I've mentioned this on another uh, Daily Day, and I'm not going to bring it up again because it's a very personal thing that really changed me a lot. But I've seen some movies that were like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe them except to say that I just didn't enjoy them. And but I will still give all the props in the world to everyone that tried. I'm a admin. I'm actually the head owner of the Friday the 13th alumni group, and I know that a lot of the people who were in the movies are part of my group. And one such actress, she commented on my group one time, and she said, "I want to thank Rob and all the admins and moderators for keeping this a very respectful group. And it's my favorite group that I like to read comments from." That meant a lot to me because, as you know, there's a ton of Friday the 13th groups. There's a ton of horror groups in general, a ton. And for her to come on my group and say that, it made me feel good that I made the right decision by keeping it respectful. You can go to many other groups where they let all the worst words and womenizing pictures, and I don't believe in any of that. Yes, are there some beautiful women in the Friday the 13th in horror movies in general? Yes, there are. But I feel like that's also a respect thing. You know, I've had another Friday the 13th alum end up leaving my group one time because a post got. This is back in the day when you weren't allowed to just put post approvals. Whatever they posted, and if you didn't catch it right away, then I caught it, but I didn't catch it in time. And it was a picture of the girl from Friday the 13th Part 2. I'm having a brain fart right now. The one that played Terry, and the little shorts, and all these guys were saying the most derogatory shit about it. And another member of the Friday the 13th alumni from a different movie, but I'm not going to say names, messaged me and said, that's totally disgusting. I can't believe that this is allowed on the group and blah, blah, blah. And I let her know that it's not allowed on the group, and it has already been deleted and that person banned. And that's why, in a way, I'm kind of glad that Facebook has given us the options now to give post approvals, because now if it gets through, it's our fault now. So I am nothing but respect. I don't like hate words. I don't like female comments about the female anatomy. Do I look? Yeah. But I don't actually say it on there. I will never put it like that. Like I said earlier, there are some beautiful women in the series, but that doesn't mean we have to exploit them. It's all part of respect. And it's sad to see that a lot of people don't know how to use the respect. Think. before you post. Oh, and I'm sure people are gonna say, "Oh, well, you're one of those snowflakes, and you're triggered by these things." You're right. I am. Snowflake, no. The only snowflakes in the world are the ones that come out of the sky. I don't believe in that stupid terminology shit. It's stupid. What's next? A rainstorm? That's gotta be a terminology? Come on. What are we, 5? But yeah, am I triggered by these things? Yes, I am. Because I will never describe somebody who's doing something for us as hate or the worst. Hate the people who did 9/11. Hate the people who are killing people in this world. Hate the people who have taken advantage of a child. And definitely hate the people who make a woman feel vulnerable every single day because of something that happened to them. But never hate a person just for trying to do something good. Why? Does that make you feel better? Certainly doesn't make me feel better even seeing it. And even using this, even though I'm trying to get a point across, but using that word makes me feel dirty. Like, I literally have to take a shower after this. Yes, it triggers me because a lot of these actors, actresses who are doing these movies, especially in the indie scene right now, the indie scene, because of what's going on with COVID, these indie actors and actresses are trying to do these movies, with to kind of fill a void. They're doing us a justice. And I saw a comment the other day in another group where the guy goes to compliment one of the indie Friday the 13th movies and then proceeds to use the word hate on another Friday the 13th indie movie. And even the director of that movie, that one that got complimented, was like, "Thank you very much." But, and he goes on basically to not bash the other guy, but kind of bring him down to size, like, hey, we all have, a passion for this. And not everyone's going to agree with our vision. But what was the use of the word hate there? You're going to compliment somebody, and in the same aspect, you're going to hate something else? How about trying to use the word dislike? That sounds so much better to me. Or, I'm not a fan of this film, or I just don't like it. Those are respectful terms. The other day, I saw another one that just got to me on my group. Hey guys, we always talk about the most attractive people in the series, but who are the most least attractive? Really? Is this what we come to as a society? Finding out who's the ugliest person? Come on. I can't believe I have to talk about this. This is common sense stuff. But here, I'm going to use another internet terminology. Keyboard warriors. You feel like you can say anything you want because no one is there to punch you in the face for it. But that's definitely a punch you in the face comment. Least attractive person. Really? Do we really have to do that to make you feel better about yourself? What is people's thing with negativity or negative comments? Like I said, no one's forcing you to say, "Oh, I love everything, woohoo." No one is. But do you have to use strong words on it? And they're not even swear words, but hate is a stronger word than any swear could ever do. This is something that should have been taught already in life. I am a big fan of anyone that does this movie making. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of pro athletes that have the ability to go out there every day. I'm a big fan of television executives who try to do something good for people. What I'm not a fan of is the criticism that these people get just because you don't like something. I'm going to a point here. I'm a fan of Boston sports, and the Patriots for years, for two decades, were always up in the top echelon of talent, winning Super Bowls, winning a whole bunch of things, having great athletes. And all I ever hear, "Oh, I hate the Patriots. I hate them." Why do you hate them? Oh, they're cheaters. How about maybe your team wasn't good enough? And I'm not bashing other teams, because I could have said I hated your team, but I don't. I hate the fact that fans feel the need to down others because their team is not doing so well. I think all athletes are spectacular. Hey, I'm a Red Sox fan, and one of my favorite players ever was Derek Jeter. Yankees. Everybody knows the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry, but that man had a ton of talent. How could I hate him just because of the jersey he wore? No. No. That's not how I function. There's been TV shows I disliked, but I'm never going to say how much to somebody because someone else is a fan. This whole society we live in is based around negativity. I hate this. I hate that. Meh, meh, meh. It's like, and I'm not even going to get into the politics because that one is the worst. But no matter what it is in life, and I'll even throw politics into this one: movies, music, TV shows, sports, politics, whatever it is, stop using the word hate. I did a show on this recently about stop the hate. And I'm going to continue that because I'm a big believer in it, and hate has no place in this world except for those few things I talked about earlier. The 9/11. But those are stuff in real life, not entertainment. Oh, you're going to say entertainment's part of life. It is. But it's there to give you laughs. It's there to give you tears. It's there to... I mean, how many times, guys, how many times has there been a great moment in sports and you found yourself actually crying because you were so happy? You can't buy that. Those are genuine moments. even if there was a team you didn't like and that, or some great moment happened with them, I'm happy for them. Gotta stop the hate, people. Hate just brings you down as in character, in a way. It brings your character down. I know a lot of people are gonna not like this because I'm speaking truth here, speaking facts. Stop the hate. I know this video won't make any difference. People are gonna still do what they want. But for what? What do you get out of that? Oh, I'm sure you'll say, oh, at least I'm being honest. You know what? You can be honest in more meaningful ways. Like I said, instead of the word hate, use dislike. So much sounds nicer. I dislike this movie. I hate this movie. Which one sounds better? Come on. Let's grow up. Stop being keyboard warriors. And start becoming human. So it's been another Horror Life, and leave your comments down below. Click subscribe. Turn your bell on for all notifications. That way, every time I drop a video, in your YouTube notification section, it will tell you that. It will say, Rob Bruins Guy Mahoney dropped another video. And definitely give a thumbs up and a comment. But if you feel the need to give a thumbs down, I understand. Thank you for watching anyways. And that actually still helped my algorithms by your view. So thank you. And I will give hearts to your comments. Have a good day. Much love, peace, and harmony. Till next time, I'm your host, Rob, the Bruins Guy Mahoney.